Because the office is about
we all agree with you, Fani.
County, and the people of Fulton County deserve the very best, because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees, because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket. Because
and to take this risk, to take this chance, it's hard for me to wrap my mind around. Like, you took one of the this is the biggest case probably of your career, of your life, and you made a risk of hiring your lover.
Yeah, it's absolutely reckless. And I'll tell you, one of the things that makes it the most reckless, not particularly from Fani Willis's point of view, although she should have known, is child Nathan Wade is going through a whole divorce, and ain't nobody messier than a divorce attorney. And so the fact that
wait a minute, Amber, did you say nobody? Wait a minute.
Nobody is messier than a divorce attorney, a family law attorney. Let me tell y'all, family law is incredibly messy. And so I do think there is a level of recklessness here, absolutely. And quite frankly, the level of recklessness is so high that it almost supports what Willis and Wade are contending, which is that the relationship developed after he was appointed as special prosecutor. Because it's like, sir, you got a whole person out here that's coming at you for, presumably child support, alimony.
You talking about his ex-wife?
Yeah, like you thought that her attorney was going to find out you was having a whole. That's how the defendants found out, because of Wade's almost ex-wife's family law attorney. It was in his family law filings, the allegation of the relationship between Wade and Willis, and that's how the defendants found out about the relationship, because it was brought up in the family law proceeding.
All right, so because this is 2024, this is the year of messiness and truth. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yes. Pat Williams ain't got nothing on a family law attorney, okay? Okay.
This is the year. All right, I'm gonna ask you two questions. I'm gonna ask you this question related to the case, and then I got a second follow-up question about the larger culture of this case. First, let's talk about the case itself. If she decides to step down, and I see some of the crew members are saying this, if she decides to step down before this hearing, which is in the next 48 hours, then what happens, if that even happens? If she decides to remove herself from the situation, then does this just like completely disappear? What will happen?
So she's in a pickle. And I think this is part of the reason, quite frankly, she hasn't stepped down, because now her credibility is impugned. So even if she does, decide, well, let me step down to avoid the appearance of impropriety, and let me appoint or ask for another special prosecutor or an interim district attorney, I think that the defendants are still going to have the same argument. Well, if she appointed her man last time, how do we know this person is truly, unbiased and disinterested? And so I think she knows that she sort of unfortunately backed herself into a corner, because her ability to credibly self-select her replacement has been called into question, right? And also, even if she does step down, it's not going to stop the defendants.
Fani and Nathan are trying hard to block a judge from sending out subpoenas, and there are more whistleblowers coming forward. So let's get into it. If y'all remember, it was Trump's co-defendant Michael Roman's court filing that shined a light on Nathan Wade's multiple trips to the White House. That's when we found out that Nathan Wade met with Biden's White House counsel on May 23rd and November 18th of 2022. He also met with the January 6th committee on May 31st and November 16th of 2022. Well, now we have receipts of Fani Willis at the White House too. According to White House visitor logs, Fani Willis spent 5 hours at the White House with no other than Kamala Harris on February 28th of 2023. It's not known what that meeting was all about. But a few months later in August, a grand jury in Georgia indicted Trump along with 18 co-defendants, which led to Trump's viral mugshot, which only made him more popular with the people, by the way. But I got a question. Why would the district attorney and the special prosecutor on the Trump case need to meet with White House counsel, January 6th committee, and Kamala Harris.
Mark, have you heard about the invoices that he submitted? So there's a guy named Stephen Geilers. He's a legal expert at NYU, and he reviewed the invoices that Wade submitted for payment to the DA's office for work he had done. Here's what he said. He said he's concerned by the vagueness of the invoices Wade submitted and that they were approved by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. They would not pass muster at most government agencies or corporations. Geilers noted some of the specific red flags. They are in whole numbers, 8 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours. They don't break down particular tasks that were accomplished. And he said those are red flags in this area. This is for the legal work that he's doing.
Correct.
These are real, yeah, got it.
If 20% of these allegations are true, 5%, this is a done deal.
Okay, Ms. Merchant, what haven't you gotten that was on Exhibit A, and why is it relevant?
Yes, Judge. So I have not gotten all of the invoices for Mr. Wade. I started asking for those back in September through the open records, and I got some of them piecemeal. I got a couple others that the state attached to their motion. So the open records officer said I had gotten everything, and then the state attached a couple more. So now I have even more, but there's still a couple that are outstanding. So there's several that are outstanding, and we put that in a very detailed pleading and letter to the Fulton County county attorney. We have not received a single invoice for Mr. Bradley. We do not have a current contract for Anna Cross or John Floyd. And the issue with that is that Ms. Willis made statements that she paid them the same amount of money. The contracts we have for Mr. Floyd, that is an incorrect statement.
Lord, you're flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect, child. I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do. Paid them all the same hourly rate. Paid them all the same hourly rate.
Paid them all the same hourly rate. Paid them all the same hourly rate. Paid them all the same hourly rate. Paid them all the same hourly rate.